is why we're here.
Yep.
It's a D12 when it's from chat.
Yep.
So 25 total.
Out of 25. Yep. You begin to put together this song. Lachesis' Bargain, the song that you've been chasing since all the way back in the dungeon of the Black Dragonflight Syndicate. The one that Bati has been digging in the wrong place for. And it comes together for you, finally. This whole song. The measure of people's lives. You think of your companions and think of what all that they've gone through. And think of the measure of their lives. These faces around you, staring down at you as these notes, these motes of water and light and moonlight falling to the ground. The measure of their lives and the lives of so many people along the way that you've met or lost. And as the song finishes, this tune of both sorrow and joy, of despair, of happiness, the ups and downs that you yourself have experienced. You close your eyes and you can feel a vision all but download into your mind. It's over in an instant, but you can't quite grasp it after everything you've been through today. You know it's there, though. And you now have a song, the second chord of fate, Lachesis' Bargain. You will find it in your handouts. But you know that what it is able to do is allow you to follow the thread of a person's fate, harnessing their future to affect their past, to affect their present at the cost of their past. You may impart one legendary resistance or legendary action on a creature within 60 feet as a reaction. The legendary action is unrestricted and does not encumber later actions. The cost being that the affected creature's proficiency bonus becomes 0 for the next 1d4 rounds. As you pull out on their future, it erases the training from their past. You all hear this song, another one of Iska's performances of a chord, like nothing you've ever heard. And while Iska is lost in the music, the voices that are frozen, the statues' voices frozen with mouths open, don't seem to be screaming anymore, but singing a chorus. There is a strange peace, micro changes in their faces that seem to now convey that they are no longer lost, that the strands and strings of their lives did not just disappear. They've returned to the threads of fate. And that... Oop, go ahead.
Just real quick, if you don't mind.
Absolutely.
Just to have some little thing to finish on. As she finishes performing, and begins to turn away from the water. Um, just kind of closing our eyes for a second, still hearing the drops of condensation forming the notes of the song, but knowing eventually they'll come to an end. She still knows Bati is out there. She has no idea where he is, how quickly he could be here. And she just raises her bowstring again real quick and draws it and casts a thunder wave, splashing some of the water up onto the walls and the ceiling. So the notes that are playing are no longer the same notes of the bargain. Whatever notes they play now, it's her song. I mean, and Bati will never have this chord.
The water splashes up. You see some of the notes affected by the thunder fall early, others now muddled. And while there is this dripping sound, it's almost like when you shake a tree that's been out in the rain, there's this sort of cascade down that's now replaced with just sort of random droplets. The amount of water that fell, though, is far more than that was splashed up. And as you look down at your feet, you see that the pool is filled to overflowing, and a small trickle of water begins to run down that ancient stream bed, where it will eventually find its way to Sethanene's mirror. That. We good? Any other? With that, we'll end our session. Sorry we went a little bit over, everyone. Hope everyone enjoyed our story.